Thought a 22% gain in the financial sector was good this year. Well, take a look at Prudential PLC, symbol PUK. The stock up about 50% so far this year. With me exclusively to talk about business and its strong run, what to expect for 2013, Prudential's man in charge, Tidjane Thiam. Lots of optimism around your stock. Tidjane, good to have you on the program.
It's been a very good year for us. You know that we are a leader in 7 key Asian economies, and our position has been very strong, so that we now have a share price which is higher than the pre-financial crisis level, which for a financial services company.
Yeah, let me ask you about that, because, you know, all we talk about, particularly when it comes to Europe, is this debt crisis and the upset in the economy.
Yes.
Are you not feeling that? How is it that you have been able to see such strong gains in the business and watch your stock do so well, even in the face of that in Europe?
Well, part of it is luck, frankly, because we are almost not present in Europe. We have a business in the UK, and that's it. And some of it is also analysis and risk management, because we offloaded most of our exposure to the euro in Q1 2009. Our fundamental view on Europe is pretty bearish still. The fiscal deficits are unsustainable. There is very little work done for reforming those economies structurally. So we don't feel good about them, and we have been underweight everything European for a long time.
And you want to continue to be underweight given that debt crisis in Europe? Is that the reason, because of the economic story there?
We're a very long-term investor as an insurance company. We have about $600 billion of assets, and we invest them in the long term. So the long-term characteristics of economies are very important, and we believe the Eurozone economies are in structural decline and deficit.
Let me ask you about where you have been investing, and I know you've been investing a lot in Asia.
Yes.
The emerging markets have definitely been an area of promise for you, but they've slowed a lot. So do you still want to put your money there, given the fact that, you know, you look at like China slowed, you know, even Indonesia? I mean, some of these hot spots are not where they were a couple of years ago.
In the third quarter, we grew more than 30% in Indonesia. What's happening with us is that we cater to the middle classes, and the fact that there are more and more Asians in the middle class is, if you wish, not correlated to the short-term economic fluctuations. It's a huge transformation that's underway with hundreds of millions of Asians entering the middle class every year, and they are our target market. We sell them health and protection, and you know that those countries do not really have very developed welfare systems. So they come to us for their health insurance, for their protection, and penetration is very low. We are in a virgin territory, less than 1% in Indonesia, 0.7% in Vietnam. So we are very fortunate, because our market is just starting in Asia, so we can grow for decades before we start suffering from the global economic context.
You really are benefiting from this enormous population growth outside of the United States.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and that's
demography. That's what we're riding.
That's a huge trend. So I mean, even with that, which I get that, I mean, a huge trend, population growth, that's got to be an enormous positive. But Standard & Poor's threatening with a downgrade from the current A+ rating, citing the moves toward these riskier markets. So what do you say to the skeptics who may say, look, you want to be investing in some of these riskier areas, but there's risk attached?
There is risk attached, but we believe that the risks are actually higher in Europe. And if you look at the markets, look at the sovereign debt and how the markets rate them, a lot of Asian countries are now borrowing below European nations. So I am not sure that the market share S&P's view. And if you look at the share price appreciation, the market believes that what we're doing is actually very profitable and not that risky.
Real quick on this visit that you had at the White House, it was reported that you turned down a top job at the World Bank because of the insistence by an aide of President Obama, the chief of staff. Is that true? Why did you turn down this job to take over the World Bank?
I should have known better. It was very, very well researched. Look, I have a job today. I'm not looking for another job, and I have a job to do for Prudential shareholders, and that's what I'm focused on.
And you're staying put. I'm sure your shareholders are happy about that after that 50% rally this year. Tidjane, good to have you on the program.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Tidjane Thiam joining us right here at the NYC.